Arizona sky, burning in your eye. You look at me and babe, I wanna catch on fire. It's buried in my soul, like California gold. You found the light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm on choke,
G'day, welcome to my live video show, Friday Night Live. Just getting things ready for descriptions below. And I just want to share it onto my Facebook page as well. That's my son Reese singing. I just got that playing while I'm starting up. Hopefully it's not too overbearing or... Oh, I forgot to put that live now. And then I can bring up the... got to get rid of that. So bear with me a moment, please, everybody. That's because I'll put the volume down. I've got my coffee here. Copy. I love to have somebody here help me doing all this when things happen. Okay, just about done. Paste. Okay. Oh, I've gone and I didn't open another tab. All right, now let me bring up your comments here so I can see what everybody's saying. Okay, here we go. Volume's down. I've got to wait for the ad to finish. I've got my coffee here. And this platform, I mean, it's not a platform. This is where we get to connect with each other. All right. Okay, thank you very much for bearing with me in the beginning there. Now, who we got there? We got Joanne Collis. Hello, Joanne Collis. Thank you for joining us. We got Janine Williamson, Heather Dorman, Jennifer Roberts, Ryan, Shane Reveal, Jennifer Roberts, and Marilyn Lynch. Reese is sounding good. Thank you very much, Marilyn Lynch. All right, so this is my Friday Night Live. Every Friday I try and come on live when I can, when time permits, and gives us the opportunity to connect. And this is where you can ask me any question you like about anything to do with your art or just how to follow me or what I'm up to or things like that, okay? And you'll notice behind me I've got a few paintings there available for sale. Now there are some links in the description below, be sure to check them out. I think there's like 9 in total now. There's ones for my traceables, my bloopers, my art group page. What else we got there? Art that's available for sale. My tutorial art is available for sale. There's one link there for Reese's music channel. My YouTube videos, just all of them catalogued together there. My Patreon platform, my Facebook page, and also a PayPal link. All right. So, hello everybody. Hello Serge. Hello Virgin, I'm sure, and Kelly Shattuck. G'day Kelly Shattuck. Your son has a very nice voice. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm very proud of his voice. I love his voice so much. Okay. I didn't get any questions coming during the week, but if you have any questions, be sure to write them down here and I'll do my best I can to answer them. Now, I sold a painting during the week and I always like to acknowledge people that bought my painting. Janice Burns, thank you very much, Janice Burns. She bought the Sunset Beach scene for beginners there. Thank you very much for that. And I also have some patrons that joined my Patreon platform in the last week. And I also like to acknowledge them on my Friday Night Lives, all right? So we had Raymond Foster, Barb Glassford, and Carolyn Meehan. Thank you very much for supporting my content on patrons there. Who we got here? How to sell paintings is very hard to decide. Yes, it can be very hard to decide. You need to work out what quality you think your paintings are at, if they're like down, middle, or way up here somewhere, and work out a price per square inch. So long as, if you're going to sell a painting, I would suggest though you use a quality surface that you got your painting on, such as a good stretch canvas or a good canvas panel, and you've used quality paints and mediums, not the watery cheap stuff, which is not really, it's good for learning on and things like that and other types of art. But just remember, if you want to sell art, give it some quality surface and mediums. All right, that's one thing I can suggest. You are an hour early, says Sharon Blankenship. Oh no, I'm not. It's 9 o'clock here. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 9 o'clock. Yes, it's 9 o'clock here. 9 o'clock my time, which is 9 p.m. New York time. Okay, we got Julie Brenway. Hello, I'm new here. I've seen your work and I love your videos. Thank you very much for that feedback there, Julie. Always love the feedback, whether it's just to get an idea of where my channel's going and things like that. 8 p.m. New York time. Well, you must have had a daylight savings change or something. Is it? Let me check my world clock here, because it's 9 o'clock here and I normally come on 9 o'clock. Where's my world clock? Oh, don't tell me it's not in there. Ah, where is it? Where's my clock, Ray? Is it there? No. My other phone's stuck out in the kitchen. Yes, we fall back in October, says Janine. So you obviously fall back. We had a time change. All right, so I'll have to remember that and say it's for 8 o'clock now. So we have daylight saving change, says Heather Dorman. Yes, we changed our clocks. Hi, Ian. Yes, I'm now only 4 hours ahead in Scotland, says Katie Coyne. Thank you very much, everybody, for supporting me. I also want to say that we've reached, what is it, 80,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel now. And it's you people that have helped me got there. It's not just all about me, it's about me and yous and the things that I get up to and the feedback yous give me. So thank you very much for your support there. We've probably got a bit less than 20,000 now, and we can hit the milestone of 100,000 subscribers. That'll be fantastic, wouldn't it, eh? Hello from Klamath Falls, Oregon, says Roxanne Van Wettering. Roxanne Wettering. Yes, you were on last week. I remember that name, Wettering. Hello, Madeline. And Kyrie, Mississippi, I'm pretty sure that says. Yes, awesome work. Hope to free up in painting. I am like a perfectionist. Help, says Ryan. Did you say something earlier? No, I can't see it, sorry. Congrats on 80,000. Thank you, Kelly Shattuck. Hi, Ian. What is the brightest white colour to use to get that glow effect? I would have that glow effect on a dark background, so it's going to show up brighter than what it normally is, because sometimes colours can disguise their brightness or clarity depending what other colour they are next to. I always use white tainted with a colour, whether it's the yellow or a blue or something like that. I taint it down a bit so I've got the pure white to really give it that extra glare or glow. But if you're putting like a white somewhere over a light blue somewhere, it's probably not going to look as bright as you want. It might clash, so near a grey or a black, depending what you're painting there. I have the same question as Mary. What is the brightest white colour to use to get that glow effect? So, and then maybe depending on the colours next to it or the background, it can have some yellow with some piercing white right in the middle as well. But it's pretty hard to know exactly what you mean there, but hopefully that helped you out. Love your tutorials, Ian. Thank you very much, Madeline. And hello, Ian. How's it going? Says Margie Lanyon. G'day, Margie. That's going all right, hey? I'm doing all right, hey? I got me morning coffee here. It's Friday night. We've been going for 9 minutes. And this is where we all have that opportunity to connect with each other and you ask me what you want, all right? I like to try to get here once a week. So you people that have subscribed and support my channel have the opportunity to talk with me as well. Do you think elevation affects acrylic paint? Do I think elevation affects acrylic paint? Elevation? What do you mean by that, Roxanne? Do I think elevation affects acrylic paint? Elevation. Do you mean like sea level where you are? You'll have to be a bit more precise there. Bear with it and be a bit more precise what you mean there. Ryan's is asking, how to get a small painting on a large canvas? How to get a small painting on a large canvas? You might have to work out your horizon line, how far things are in from the edge, the bottom, map it in that way. If you're doing it from a small picture, I'm assuming you've got a small picture and you want to convert it to a bigger picture or graph it out. Angela, I have shared to the group, and apologies for the time difference being early. Thank you very much, Angela Young. Yeah, so those two questions there. Do you think elevation affects your acrylic paint, Roxanne? Get back to me again, Roxanne. What are you meaning by elevation? I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Yes, you can use a grid, Ryan. Angela's saying there. Yes, I thought I had a time clock in this iPad, and I'm a bit annoyed that now that I'm live, oh yes I do, it's right there, and if it had teeth it would have bloody bit me, you damn thing. So where are we? New York. So it is, time has changed, look at that. Well, remember that, it's going to be 8 o'clock, Friday night, 8 o'clock New York time, until your time changes back. There was also something else I had to get out there, but it'll come to me, I've just forgotten. I've got nothing written down. Just hope for the best here, don't we? Hi, Sharon. We got Julie Benway there. Elevation. Roxanne, if you're still there, get back to me what you mean about elevation. Andrea Shaw. How do you keep your paint wet so long? Mine dries super fast on my palette, and even after I stroke on a canvas. I use retarder. I also have a spray bottle, a mist bottle, a squirty bottle with just water in it, and if it's quite a warm day, the climate's getting up there, I'll squirt over the top of the paints there to keep them wet. You can create a wet palette there. You can have like a shallow tray, wet it and put paper towels in there, and then get grease-proof paper on top of the wet paper towels, and then you can put your paints on that. And you can even spray the top of that very lightly and have a cover to go over it, and that's a wet palette. Some people would need a wet palette if they're in a very dry climate there, okay? I'm in Klamath Falls, Oregon, Roxanne says. Yeah, so is that pretty high up, is it? You'll have to, is that what you were meaning for your question? Ryan, thanks all. Have to go, I'll be back, no problem. Sharon Blankenship, love 8 o'clock. I want to see that new painting, please. Could you hold it up? Which bloody new one? You've got to be precise with these questions. I'm bloody telling you, I can't read minds, eh? I think I know what you mean. My newest one is the koala surfing. Last week, I think it was a Chris C, somebody by the name of Chris, I'm assuming. They said, can you do a surfing koala holding a can of beer? Well, I didn't put the can of beer in it. I just did a koala surfing. So I used me big wave as a reference. Where are we there? And I just did a bit of a koala surfing Australian theme there, okay? So that came out. I thought that'll suit the, excuse me, the subjects in my channel there. That's the latest one I've done. It'll be uploaded. It's edited already, and it'll be uploaded on Monday or Tuesday, okay? Shout out to Steve the Cat. Yes, good old Steve the Cat. Ian, your top painting opposite your eye. Your top painting opposite your eye. Okay, yeah, I got it. The surfing koala. Shout out to Steve. All the crazy questions must be people from the STES, whatever that means. Steve for president, says Reese Ian Harris. Oh, Reese is at work today. G'day, son. How the bloody hell are you? I love your song there. I played it when your latest song, I just played it as soft music when I opened up my show this morning while I was getting everything ready. I thought it was great. States. Oh, the States. Gotcha. Jennifer Roberts, how do you prepare the back of canvas panels to be hung without a frame? Do you use D-clips or wire or something else? If it's, well, like these here, these ones just have these, as you can see, you can have a sticky beak there. It's just got that paper clip clipped on it in the middle, and I've just got some wire hooked, and they just hook on that, or you can hook it onto a screw on the wall. But you don't want a paper clip, and if you don't want a paper clip, grab yourself, I don't have any here, but grab yourself the top of a can and then heat glue that to the back of your canvas, and it'll act like a little loop. Or you can even get some string there in the middle of it and then hook that onto a nail if you just want the raw canvas hanging on the wall. But 9 times out of 10, I mean the canvas panel, 9 times out of 10 you put a canvas panel into a frame, all right? Do you recommend a certain brand of acrylic paints? Whatever works great for you, but so long as it's a good quality one. The better the quality, the better results you get, all right? I use a paint, I use Atelier paints, I like that, but in the States and everywhere else there's so many different varieties that I haven't seen over here before. So long as you're using a good quality paint, an artist quality paint, you'll get good results. And if you're putting it onto a good surface as well, there are cheap canvases and there are great canvases. So work out what surface works great for you. Even MDF is great, white gessoed, and you can paint some good stuff on MDF board as well. All right. So I don't recommend a certain acrylic paint, but I do recommend a good quality acrylic paint, okay? You're welcome, Jennifer. And that was from Janine Williamson. Mary Rotondi. Your clouds are so realistic. I'm still mastering clouds. Thank you very much for that, Mary Ann. Your clouds, once you've mastered them, you can paint them until the cows come home. You can do them with your eyes shut. You can blend them with the blending brush in your mouth. I've even done that, not on camera though, but I thought I'll put the brush in there and I'll blend it away, and bang, you can do them with your eyes shut. Clouds can be easy once you know the formula and the way you want yours to look, okay? And like a lot of people, if you've seen my videos, I normally stamp the cloud on and then I'm blending it into its way with the momentum and with all that stuff in there and the turmoil, and then I'm adding the grey or the purpley shadow in there and blending that in, and then I'm adding the yumminess, and it creates a beautiful cloud, whether it looks like it's over your head or in the distance, but it's got dimension. That's my way of doing a cloud. So many other people do clouds differently, but that's just my way. Thank you very much. Angela Young is saying, Dorothy Perrett, many tutorials on Ian's YouTube. Check out Being a Beginner Teacher. How do you know a good quality? I'm a beginner. Probably by the price. But depending where you are, Janine, whereabouts are you? You might have said it before, but I don't know. Atelier paint, I use Atelier paints. And if you can't find them in your capital city, you can sure as hell find them online and order them online, okay? Mostly by price, Janine Williams, there you go, says Angela Young. We might have a stupid president, but most of us can walk, chew gum, and think at the same time. Yeah? All right, Peggy. I'll see where you're going with that later on. Cincinnati, I'm pretty sure that says. It says, yeah, Cincinnati. Okay, you're in Cincinnati. Well, if you don't have a Tilia there, look it up online there, Janine. I order from Amazon. There you go. What do we got here? 40 people. Any more questions? Feel free. We've been going for 20 minutes. I normally like to keep this for about the hour mark. Sometimes it might dribble over an hour, or sometimes it might finish before the hour. Just seeing how the momentum goes on the day, okay? Any more questions? We've got 40 people there. There's only a few people asking questions. Don't be shy to say hello and ask anything you want, so long as it's within practicality of my channel. Okay, where do you get your ideas for your paintings, says Andrea Shaw. Some are out of my head, some are from Pixabay, some I've seen I get a bit from one picture and a bit from another and maybe a bit out of my head and marry it all together, and that creates the subject that I'm painting. Sometimes I'll ask somebody else that's got, like there's a guy, he paints a lot of Bob Ross stuff, and I'm not really a Bob Ross painter, but every now and then I'll spit one out because a lot of people like those subjects, but I won't flood my channel with the one subject, or try not to anyway. And I asked him if I can use a rendition of, or just use his painting as a reference. So I've done that, but I've mixed it up and made it my own, or changed it. I've used just the subjects there. This one there I've designed on my iPad. That one was from a picture. That one was from a picture. This one was from somebody else's painting, but I changed it up and did it my way. I asked him, and so was that one. That one was the big wave. Someone said, can we paint a surfing koala? So I did the big wave again with the surfing koala on there. I love that eye behind you, says Paul, and thank you very much. And just remember, all my paintings are for sale. Now, the price has dribbled up a bit more because I just sent my latest painting off to the lovely Janice Burns. She purchased the latest one that I had out there, and they've upped the postage, and that's the only thing that governs my paintings at the moment. So they are now, from this moment on, gone up to $74 US. Okay, that covers for the extra postage and fees that they've put on top of it all. Okay, and that is shipped to your house wherever you are in the world. If you're in Canada, if you're in England, if you're in America, if you're in Liberia or Africa, wherever you are. Okay, $74. I've got it written down in my art for sale. I've changed the pricing in there. So from this point onwards, at the moment, they've gone up to $74 US. Okay, and there is a PayPal link in the description below, in the links in the description below. That's how you pay for your paintings. All payments are done through PayPal. All right. What have we got there? Agree, Marilyn. Marilyn, remember, this is an art channel, not political, not appropriate, really. Well, what's going on? I've missed something, have I? Someone's getting on about, yeah, well, if I find it again, I'll just remove it, no problem. Okay, Mervyn is asking, what would you use to clear medium for? What would you use? What would you use clear medium for? Well, what is it? Is it a clear, like there's clear retarders, there's clear varnishes, there's, I don't know, is it a, you'd have to be a bit more precise. What would you use it for? Oh, I think there might have been, here we go. I'll just remove that. I've just removed one about some stuff there. What would you use clear medium for? Probably to clear things up. I'm sorry, I don't know what clear. You just got clear. What is it? You have to be a bit more precise, because like I've said before, I'm not the brightest light in the shed. Can you do a special Christmas tutorial? I'll try, Roxanne. I'll see if I can remember a subject, something eye-catching, and do something there. Good morning, everybody from Cape Bernie, WA. Thank you for joining us, Carl Mulligan, Heather Dorman, Retarder. Can you do a special? Okay, it says that. You had a question from a profile pic of a purple flower, did I? All right, well, maybe they can give me the question again, because I don't know what the question was. Sorry about that. Some of the questions get missed. I'll do my best to acknowledge everybody and get to them. Remember, this is an art chat. Yes, read that one. Thank you, Marilyn Lynch, for that. Poor Ren, I read that one. Trying to find out how to get a neon effect, says Katie Coyne. Oh yeah, maybe some fluoro colours will help for a start, using fluoro colours. And you can probably find a medium that'll you can put on top of it that'll create luster and more brightness within that. See if there's anyone on YouTube that's doing neon effects. I haven't done it, but I'm sure you can work something out there. Okay, Ange, it's the one I got rid of. Chrissy Atkinson. Hey, Ian. Chrissy Atkinson here from Jacksonville, Florida, USA. G'day, Chrissy Jackson. Hang on a minute. Chrissy Atkinson, sorry. Heather Dorman. I was just letting the person know you meant retarder. Yes, okay, no problem. Brenda Grubb. Hi, do you recommend varnishing all your paintings when you've done? Yeah, you can varnish them if you know they're finished. That way, if they ever get dust on them or some sort of drink gets splashed over them, it's probably a lot easier to wipe off. So I do recommend varnishing them when they're done. Some people might like to leave them neat, raw and unvarnished, but personally, like the ones I sell, they get varnished. Okay, Sharon Blankenship. Use, where did we go? Use anything of the cards I posted for Christmas. One if you want. Okay, Sharon, I'll look into that. Yeah, because Sharon Blankenship paints Christmas cards and gift cards, and she's even sent me one, lovely lady. Thank you for that. Poor Ren. How long does it take to do each painting, as it takes me a week or two? Well, it doesn't matter how long it takes, Paul. You don't want to rush it. I mean, with me doing my tutorials, I'm sort of put myself under the pump to get them done, because I don't want to be there all day filming and cutting and stopping and painting and hoping things don't dry and that. Mine take within the hour through filming and stopping and starting and everything, but in general they're probably anywhere from 20 minutes to half an hour, but they don't need to be done that quick. You take as long as you want, so long as you're enjoying the process there, okay? Grayscales. G'day, Cobb. G'day, Anthony Gray. How you going? An hour time screw up. Yes, we've worked that out, Anthony. You've got daylight savings. You've put your clock back, I think. So yes, so now from this point onwards until your daylight saving changes again, it'll be 8 p.m. New York time. Peggy. Hi, Ian and everybody. I almost forgot you, and maybe an hour earlier for the USA, since we are on daylight saving time and set our clocks back an hour. Yes, well, I didn't know you had a daylight savings time. I've just come on 9 o'clock here, because it's still 9 o'clock here, but obviously you have put your clocks back a bit. Oh, someone asked me if we need to varnish the cards we paint. You could probably put a clear coat of, I think there's a medium you can put over that. Try one out and see if it doesn't affect the card. If it doesn't affect the card, well then just varnish the front area where you've done your painting there, Sharon. Mervyn. If you have not got gold or silver oil paint, how do you mix to get those colours? Silver and gold is pretty much a metallic paint. The stripes on this zebra, for instance, are metallic gold. You can mix up a yellow oxide, but it's going to look like gold, but flat. It won't have that metallic-y look in it to give it the gold look. And same with silver. You'll probably get a grey if you haven't got the right ingredients in there. So you can either use a grey and a yellow oxide tinted up to the right value to get a gold or a silver, but it's going to look flat unless you've got the proper metallic paints. You can buy metallic paints from the art store, your golds and your silvers, a bronze. Okay. Hi, Ian here from Suffolk, UK. Francisco. Hello, Francisco. Katie Coyne. Today, a couple of months ago. Oh, hang on a minute. I'll go back there. Katie Coyne. Hey, Anthony. Watched you, Ian and Christy today and a couple of months ago. Thank you very much, says Sharon Blankenship. So, Mervyn, if you haven't got gold in oils, you're going to have to buy them. Try mixing up a colour that looks like gold or silver, but I'm pretty sure it just won't have that same effect, okay? I'll try not to neglect my coffee. Where we go, 47 people. So that's probably why the numbers are down low, because of the time difference. I was, like I said, thank you very much for supporting my channel. We're up to 80,000 plus subscribers. Thank you very much there. And like I said, this show isn't all about me. It's about you as well. You are the spokes within my wheel that keep this wheel turning. And I appreciate and love you all very much. And when I get the time, like at the moment, I'm trying to get one up every Monday, a tutorial. I'll get my Friday night live up every Friday night, and if the time permits, I'll try and do a live painting. But lately, I haven't had time. We've got a is glazing like varnish? Probably can be, but use varnish for varnish and glazes for glazing. Madeline, thank you very much. Massive cyber hugs and kisses to you, my darling. She's just made a donation on this super chat. Thank you very much, Madeline. Appreciate it very, very much. And this is a super chat. It's only for the live show only. There's a grey $ down below. If you feel you want to donate something in this super chat, you hit that, slide the bar and make the appropriate donation you like to make, okay? And if you're watching the replay, there's a PayPal donate link if you want to support me there, okay? But once again, thank you very much there, Madeline. Okay, Grayscale, thank you, dear, and hello there, Katie, says Grey Scales. Janine Williamson. My red is called Spectral Red. Yes, there are a lot of different names for the reds, isn't there? Is that different from other reds? Obviously they are. And how? Well, yes, all the reds are different. Some, there's even a primary red, there's a parole red, there's quinacridone magentas. They're all different values of red. They've got different pigments in them to create that red. They're all different. Some reds make better purples than others, so on like that. That's you need to, with painting and your painting journey, if you're going to be painting for many years to come, get familiar with the color wheel, how paints work for you. I've always said it before as well. Get familiar with the brushes you've got and how they can work for you. It's not just a matter of picking up a brush, some paint and painting along and being happy and going, wow, that looks great. It's a matter of understanding what products you've got as well and how they work for you, all right? It does help. It's 1:35 in England, says Mervyn. Angela Young, having a beer with lemon. It's a bit early, but oh well, says Angela Young. Good on you, Angela Young. Have a beer for me too. Are you still, Katie Coyne, are you still off the smoke scene? Yes, I am. I gave up. Oh, I even wrote it in my calendar. When did I give up? I gave up. It was a Tuesday. Oh, here we go. The 22nd. 1, 2, 3 weeks ago. It's been 3 weeks and I just cold turkey. No medicine, no chewing gum, no nothing. It's all up here, I reckon. I wanted to stop and I thought, bugger it, and I did. All right, that's it. I haven't started smoking again. Okay, buy some paint, Ian. There we go. What's that? Buy some paint, Ian. What do you mean there, Madeline? Colara? Buy some paint, Ian. I'm not sure what you're meaning there. Francisco. Tazeria. One thing I would like to ask you, which kind of wood do you use for your panels? I don't use wood. I'm using a light foam composite. What it is, I can show you. Let's see if you can see that. Where are we? Okay, it's foam. Okay, it's lightweight foam. It's quite dense, so you can't squash it in. And it's got printable paper on both sides. I buy it from the sign write and supply shop where they supply all the sign writers with everything. And it comes in a massive sheet and I cut it out to size, okay? It has a protective cover on the back. Well, it's virtually the front, but I use it as the back. So when I finish painting, I peel that off and all my mess is gone and I put a label on there. I use that. I don't use wood. And then I've got a good quality roll of canvas. It comes in the roll. It's a couple of $100 I buy from the art shop. And I cut that up appropriately and I adhese that onto these panel boards that I make. Hence they are my canvas panels. And the canvas is very good for blending, scrumbling, whatever. That's where it pays to have a good quality surface. People that have bought my paintings have been very happy and impressed with the quality when they actually see them in person. You know, they're not all that great. Some of them are pretty snotty, but at the end of the day, they're not bad, all right? Peggy, that's wonderful. I stopped smoking. Good stuff 28 years ago. How can we send you pictures of our paintings on this channel? You can't send it on the YouTube. You need to join my art group page. There's a link in the description below, down there. And you can request to join the group there, and once you're approved, you can post your paintings there. You can tag me in them and ask me what do I think. Yes, Francisco, she's watched a video of me making my canvases. I've got a lot of videos in my video library there. There's another link. Check out my videos there. What have I got at class as my YouTube videos? Check them out. There's over 200 plus there. There's a few there of me making my canvas panels. Finish my coffee before it goes cold and yucky poo. Angela Young, but some parts with hair donation. Not sure what that means, Angela Young. Well done, Ian, says Katie Coyne. Thank you very much. Watch part of your video and recommend, hang on, I'm lost and recommend the teens start your painting. Which of your videos would you recommend for teens to start painting, says Heather? Whatever subject you feel you want to paint, you just look at the thumbnail in my video library there on my YouTube channel, and whatever tickles your fancy, watch the video and see how it's done. It might have to be watched a few times to get a grasp of it. And if you're a very fresh beginner, practice the subjects within the painting first. Practice clouds, water, rocks, trees, shadows, whatever. Then put it all into a full-blown painting. Some people learn to paint, they want to do a full-on painting straight away and they get frustrated because it doesn't quite look right. They're not practicing enough. It takes a lot of practice. Francesco, we spoke last Monday on Facebook. I sent you my first painting. Okay, well, I'll have a look there on my iPhone, my iPad. We spoke on Facebook, so that must be Messenger then. Francesco, yeah, there was quite, every now and then there's messages that are waiting to be seen. They're not friends, and sometimes I don't get to that till days later, and some of them have been in there for months, and I just realised. Here we go, Francesca, or Francisco. Oh yes, there we go. I can even, here we go. This is something that Francisco sent a request to join the group. Yes, and I approved of you. Started painting with my inspiration there. So here is Francisco Texteria. I'm pretty sure that's how you might pronounce it. But there's a painting she sent me. I'll show it up there. You people support me, so I like to help you out where I can. Okay, beautiful painting there by Francisco. I don't know if I pronounced your last name right, but I gave it a bloody go, didn't I? Texteria. Love the koala on the surfboard, says Paggy. Thank you very much. It is available to purchase. I'm a cheeky boy, aren't I? Paints, sorry, says Angela Young. Love the koala. You missed the question about latex paints. Do you think it's a good paint? Liquitex. I don't know. I've never used Liquitex paint there, Brenda Grubb. So I can't answer that question. I've only used Matisse and Atelier paints here in Australia. I think I'm going to do my first painting tomorrow. 7 months of YouTube. I should be as good as Monette by now. Haha, says Katie Coyne. Give it a go, Katie Coyne. Still practicing, says Francisco. A lot of practice. Even sometimes I stop and do some more practicing. Listened to Reese. Enjoyed his music. G. Good stuff. Yes, he's got some great songs he's put together there. I mean, they're covers at the moment. Later on down the track, when time permits, we're going to make some video clips to put behind those songs, so you get to see him in a video clip as well. But we don't know when that's going to happen, but it will happen. Trees of grass. Do you varnish your paintings when you are done with them? And if so, how long to wait before you varnish them? Yes, I do paint. I do varnish my paintings. Some of them haven't been varnished yet, but the ones that are getting sold definitely get varnished. When I first started varnishing my paintings, I used a spray varnish, and I've even varnished them when they're still a bit damp, and it doesn't bother them because they're acrylic. It hasn't bothered them at all. Okay, you don't have to wait a certain amount of time, I don't feel. Heather Dorman is liking Francisco's call. Francisco, call me Frank. Or to be quite frank, I think that's a lot easier to call you Frank instead of Francisco, eh, Frank? All right, I'll call you Frank. Mary Ann Rotondi, do you ever paint Steve the cat? Yes, I have. There is a video in the links in the description below in my YouTube videos. Go in there and look for through all the thumbnails on my playlist, and you'll see the painting of Steve. He's just hanging up in the other wall. I'll go and get it because that's one of my favourite. Okay. Just got to plug my microphone back in so you can hear. Sorry about that. Yeah, I love this painting. People have asked me, what's your favourite painting you've ever done? And I'm pretty sure it's Steve the cat. So here's the one I've done of Steve the cat. Let's see if you can see that okay. Reese took a photo of him and then captured his look. So there's the painting of Steve the cat. All right. Did you ever do a painting? So Mary Ann Rotondi, that was for you. Brenda Grubb. Lol, it's Grubbs. It's Grubbs. I must have said it wrong, did I? Forgive me if I did. Andrea Shaw, how long have you been painting, and did you teach yourself? I love your paintings. I've been painting since 2012. I've always been drawing ever since I was a nipper. So I've got the artistic ability within my mind how to lay things out, but I actually started painting 2012, and yeah, I suppose I did teach myself. No one actually sat down and taught me how to do things. It just came to me, and I portray it onto a paper or canvas the way I see how it should look. And I've adapted ideas and ways to do different ways of painting things. Whether someone else knows those ways or not, I don't know. But I taught myself on YouTube. I was watching on YouTube, watching how people painted, and got the grasp of it. And then I didn't plan to make a YouTube channel. I didn't accidentally, but I filmed a painting one time, and then it escalated from there. You are still a nipper, Ian. Where did that go? A cheeky wee nipper. Oh, thank you, Katie Coyne. Love that painting, Sharon Blankenship, Aaron Renting. Yeah, it's a good painting. I love it. What else we got here? Latex from Gail Gullen. Andrea, latex is basically okay, but they don't have as much pigment, so it would take a lot of layering. If you can try to buy latex 3, it's a professional level of paint. That's another thing as well. Some brands might have student quality or an artist quality within their brand. So that's why I do say to people, when you're in the art shop, ask questions in there and educate yourself. And don't be shy to ask questions in there. And yeah, it's a way to educate yourself about the products you're buying. Okay, because you can get so lost in what's this, do I need that? And you're buying so many things and sometimes you don't need them. I was buying so many colours and I wish I just knew about the colour wheel when I started. I would have just bought the 3 primary colours then and black and white. But here I go, I'm going to buy every colour under the rainbow and so many brushes and that. People ask me, how many mediums do I use? I only use retarder and obviously water. I'm trying to get into glazing, but I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I haven't even had a chance to do many paintings that are going to need it, but yeah. Time to do a painting of your other 2 cats, says Peggy. Like hint of Bob Ross, says Ouija, whatever that means, a hint of Bob Ross. It must have been relating to another question that I've missed. Where did we go? Yes, time to do a painting of your other 2 cats. What's that mean? You're still a nipper. A nipper means young kid. When I was a young kid, when I was a child, we just call it, back when I was a nipper. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. You answered for me too. Time to go to sleep. Have a good one, Ian. Do another painting this weekend if you have time. Francisco or Frank. Yes. Well, this tutorial will be up next Monday, okay? The surfing koala, so it's something you can learn how to paint. The wave, the sky. I spent hundreds of pounds of paints and brushes and canvases, but haven't yet painted anything terrific. Well, learn what you want to paint first. Learn your subjects, practice your subjects there, Katie Coyne. Like I said, it takes a lot of practice. Do you ever use some sparkle paint, says Mary? No, the closest I've got to sparkle paint would have been this metallic paint I used on the zebra, but that's not sparkly. Excuse me. Reese and Harris, what are you saying there, son? When is your next painting planned for? When is your next painting planned for? I don't know. I'll just... when I've got time, son, I'll get in there. For when, I'm not going to plan when I'm going to do it. I don't really know. Well, like I said, this one will be uploaded Monday, and hopefully early during the week I can go in the studio and paint another one. Don't even know what I'm going to paint yet. Gail Gullon. Ian, I agree. A limited palette can go a long way. Mixing your own colours. Absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. Katie, just paint. Dive in, says Sharon Blankenship. Do you have a video of just colour mixing? I do, Ouija. I've got one on mixing greens, getting to know your greens. I'm not even sure what the thumbnail of that looks like though, but go in the links below. There's one there, getting to know, understanding your greens. it's how to mix greens with yellows, blacks and browns and blues. And a lot of people, when they put greens into a painting, they put a very bright green in there, but they're missing out the depth underneath the green. They're not putting in the brown dead stick wood bit colors in it, because that helps give it that more real green look. If you look at any green tree as you're driving down the road, or shrub, certain shrubs, some of them are vividly green, but in general you'll see bits of dead wood color, bits of brown within that green. Add that within your green and you'll see the difference. Been watching YouTube for 7. Katie Coyne's too scared to jump in, Sharon. Ian, would love to see you paint autumn. Yes, okay, I'll give that a go. Do you have videos, just colours? Yeah, so colour mixing. I've got one in there, yeah, I'm just getting back to that, Ouija. It's understanding your greens. Because I actually went in there a couple of weeks back looking for that video, and I was assuming the thumbnail was the chart that I made up, but it wasn't, and it was in another video. But I'll look into that, and once I find it, I'll put it in my art group page. Hopefully, Ouija, you're a member of my art group. If you're not, go to the link below and request to become a member there. And there's a lot of Ange Young, one of the admins, has got some stuff in the announcements there that help a lot of people out there as well. I will, thanks, says Ouija. Put on the waders and dive in, Katie, says Grayscales. Just dive in, eh? Do you ever get painter's block? That's where I am stuck. Yes, I get that quite a lot. I'm real fussy with what I want to paint for my channel. And that's why sometimes there's a gap between uploads. Sometimes I go through wow, I've found some stuff and I can paint one every 3 days or something. But with my workload, that keeps my mind occupied and it creates block for me. I get painter's block quite a lot there. A lot of people do as part of it. Nothing to be scared of. Katie, says Sharon Blankenship, you can fix mistakes and everything. You can follow a tutorial and ask advice. There you go. Katie Coyne, been watching you a lot this week to build up the courage. Time to put my big girl pants on. Right enough, says Katie Coyne to Anthony. Heather Dorman, you bless my learning. I learnt clouds from you. See you next week. Thank you very much, Heather Dorman. Okay, we got one here in a different language. So because this is to acknowledge everybody, I'm not just going to say I don't know what that means. So I'll bring up Google Translate and find out what that means from Moni. So let me just see, we detect the language and she's saying, good night, folks. So Moni Silva just said, good night, folks. So good night, Moni. Cyber hugs and kisses to you. Have a lovely night. Where are we? There we go. I think I'll do my first one tomorrow. Nearly time to start on the Christmas reefs. So need to do a painting before I start with the reefs, says Katie Coyne. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll try and do a, where's a pen there? A Christmas theme. People are asking for it, obviously. I'm not really into themes, but if I can put one there, I remember I did a Halloween theme a few years ago and I reposted it this year. So I'll try and do a Christmas theme, something a bit eye-popping. Okay, do we have any more questions? We've been going for 54 minutes. I tell you what, I can feel the heat building up here. We're going to have 40 degrees today. Nice chatting with you. Oh, thanks for the good advice, Ian. I'll send you my... What? Oh, you've just retracted it. You must have. Good night. Good night, Brenda Grubbs. Grubs. Good night, Brenda. How's everyone doing with their paintings? Obviously, you all suffer with block. I know I do. I've been asked that a lot now. I've heard other people asking other people. That's just part of painting every now and then. But what I can suggest is know what you're going to paint before you paint it. I've done that in my early days, not knowing what to paint, just trying to hope and paint for something. It helps knowing what you're going to paint. And sometimes you can put a bit of time away just to study how you will paint that painting. It's not just a matter of quickly grabbing your gear out and painting it. Work yourself up to that moment. Get everything you need. Work out the way you want to approach that painting. Work out what brushes and colours you're going to use and how they'll work for you. Then get into it and do that painting, okay? Put a bit more effort into it and thinking. It's good for the mind. It's healthy. Katie Coyne, can I please have cyber hugs and kisses to help me while I do my first painting tomorrow from everyone on here? Okay, Katie Coyne, cyber hugs and kisses to you, my darling. There's for Katie Coyne. She wants some cyber hugs and kisses. You have a good night there, Katie. Oh, where did that go? Here's some more. Gail, new painter, don't forget there is always an ugly stage, just pass through. Yes, correct there, Gail. We always get to that ugly stage. We got another one here I need to, I need to translate, and that is from Jose Fernandez. So what's Jose Fernandez saying? Pace. Good night from Portugal, says Jose Fernandez. Good night, Jose. Good luck, Katie. Hugs, Sharon. I never suffer from block. I have more I want to paint than I have time to paint. Oh yeah, I wish I had. I find it very hard to find a subject to paint. Can you do a painting with a growing effect? Roxanne. With a growing effect. I don't know what a growing, what are you meaning there, Roxanne? If you can do a painting with a growing effect. I'm not quite sure what you mean. Can you paint a snowman with large glasses sitting next to a fire and call him Melton John? Yeah. Ian, I have two-part question. Karen McHenry. Okay, so I've got to look out for your first part here. Grayscale, great big cyber hugs. You can do it. Says Grayscales. Karen McHenry, 1. Oh, good, you put the number next to it. Is acrylic or oil easy to paint with? I would say acrylic is, because that's all I paint with. I don't paint in oils. Oils take longer to dry, weeks and months to dry properly. You can't do with oils what you can with acrylics. So my personal answer to that question would be acrylic, but then you might have oil artists that say, no, oil's better than acrylic. Okay, everyone's different. Number 2, cyber hugs. Everyone's giving you cyber hugs, Katie. Number 2, is acrylic or oil more valuable to sell? I wouldn't think so. I think with oils you'll get more luster and vibrancy and sheenness and atmosphere when you're looking into that painting. I've done some oils with a good quality oil, and you varnish the right way, you can get some beautiful finished acrylics as well. I think if anything, the oils might just tip it at the post. That's just my opinion, but oils are up there as well. I mean, acrylics are up there as well. Katie Coyne, thanks Mary, wish me luck, I'm going to do it. Good stuff. Moni Silva, okay, we got another one we got to translate here from Moni Silva. Copy. Paste. Bye until next time, Oaks. So Moni Silva's saying goodbye until next time, everybody. Goodbye, Bonnie Silva. Moni Silva. Join us next week. You can do it, says Marianne Rotondi. Andre Shaw, I think acrylics are hard. I painted a rooster and it's one sad looking chicken, but I wanted to learn, so that's why I'm here. I will learn this paint. Yeah, I've seen some people's paint. They can look a bit powdery and chalky. It's depending on the quality of the paint. Get yourself a good quality. Practice with using acrylics. They do dry quicker. There would be artists that's paint in oils all their life. They try and do the same thing in acrylic. They're going to have trouble keeping up to their oil standard, okay? So everything takes time and practicing. They're both different mediums. George Reese, love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, George. And thank you, everybody. Like I said earlier in this video, we've hit over 80,000 subscribers. So let's keep that going. Our next milestone would be 100K subscribers. Was thinking the same thing. You, Ian, just wanted to see if I was correct, says Karen McHenry. Okay. Margie, Ian, when you put your background colour on the sky and water, slow down, do you let it dry before paint the clouds, trees, etc.? Wet on wet. I paint the sky colour. It's still wet. It needs to be wet so I can blend these clouds the way I blend them. Then I don't care if it dries when I'm painting my trees on, and that sometimes I dry it to hurry it up. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your warm weather, Ian. We are into winter here, says Gail Gullen. Okay, Karen McHenry saying, once you put retarder in the acrylic paint, it usually stays wet to work with. Yes, it does. Good night from Ohio, says Janine Williamson. Andrea Show, the paint looks just fine. It's the blending that gets me messed up. But I'll keep watching and learn. That's my mission. I've got a lot of my videos, they're blending in them. Watch different ones just for the blending method and practice that blending, okay? That's why it says it. I mean, that's why I say it takes a lot of practice to get things done. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, says Marianne Rotondi. Freezing cold here in Scotland. Polar bear wearing a duffel coat today. Haha, says Katie Coyne. Where are we up to? 62 minutes. All right, I might start winding this down now. I've got other things I've got to get up to today. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll try and be here next week, next Friday night. So do remember, in America, they're an hour back, so it'll be 8 p.m. New York time. When I teach acrylic class, I have let the students use a different medium that they are more comfortable with, but it is harder to teach. Thank you so much. It was so interesting, says Tuli Tam. You're welcome, Tuli Tam. Thank you for answering all our questions, Andrea. Thank you. You're welcome. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. All right. If you like what I'm doing, you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody. All right. All the best. Goodbye. Good luck. And good on ya. All right. Let's get all this off here. And it's Uru.